What's up, PCTVS? My name is Mikael Simon, and today I am joined by Trashon Dye, a class of 24 PCTVS alumni and Division I football player at James Madison University, and this is Tech Talk. Thank you for joining us today, Trashon. We really appreciate it. We are playing this video for the entire class of 25. So what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
So, how was your first fall season at JMU?
This first fall season was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed being around a lot of older guys. You know, I took the back seat to some great football players, and we got to learn the schematics of football in depth a little bit more. I'm also enjoying the academics as well. It's going pretty well.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
Now, Trashon, aside from football, I am interviewing you on behalf of our class. And as a senior myself, what advice do you have for us in terms of balancing preparation for college or future career plans while also keeping up with school responsibilities?
I think that the most important thing would probably be going to your counselors and academic advisors, like not being afraid to go and reach out for help, because a lot of times we like to think that we can take care of things ourselves, but that's not always the case. Like even the smallest things, you probably be able to ask someone for some help and they'll be able to help you, and that'll be a lot easier. Also, what helped me a lot was like I scheduled most of my days, so like I knew like at certain times like what I would be doing, and also just like knowing study times and like times after practice where like I know like, all right, practice ends at 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get some extra working on the bus on my laptop, or just either staying after school before practice, doing the little things that matter that help me prepare.
Yeah, for sure. Well, senior year, everyone knows just how stressful it could be. How did you go about managing stress, especially during busy periods like finals or application deadlines your senior year?
Well, my senior year was kind of abnormal to like many of you guys, but from what most of my friends went through, a lot of them were like stressing, trying to figure out like if they would get accepted to college, like what scores they need to pass in their finals. And I would say the greatest thing I could probably give you guys is just staying level-headed throughout that time. And like I said previously, like being organized. Like being organized is probably the most important thing you can possibly do from the beginning, from the moment you wake up, scheduling your day to when you go to sleep. That's very important because actually when it was my senior year and I had to take my finals, I didn't have to take finals because I did some previous work before that. On the other hand, because I wanted to start college earlier, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I feel you. So, as someone who is very active in extracurriculars yourself, how do you recommend seniors make the most of their last year in terms of clubs, sports, or events?
I think being an opportunist is so important, especially at this school when there's so many people here, and it's hard to stand out and make a name for yourself because it's just a lot of people. So I think that the one thing that you could do is just try everything. You know, try every single thing and try your best to make an impact, whether that's either on the field or just making an impact with the person. The connections you make day to day, that's very important. It's valuable.
Absolutely. So level with me. What is one thing you regret not doing in high school that you encourage seniors to do?
Many of you guys know Coach Dem, but I think that Coach Dem stressed me to wrestle, and I regret not wrestling. Maybe playing an instrument. I don't know if you have any clubs for instruments, but I wish I would. I'll probably play piano. You know what I mean?
That's hard.
I try. That's a little smooth.
That's a tough skill. That's a tough skill for sure.
Yeah.
If you know how to play piano, props to you. So, what is the most important lesson that you learned during your senior year?
I think the most important lesson I learned senior year is that even when you win, sometimes you just lose. You know, because you played with us. You were on my team. This is my teammate. So, like, we played the whole season together. We went undefeated, and we lost the last game. So, I think just knowing, like, not getting too high or getting too low and being able to stay consistent and level-headed keeps you confident. I think it keeps you consistent. And overall, like, it allows you to eliminate luck and just be able to be who you are day to day. Like,
I love that answer. That's 100% true. So, now that you've graduated PCTVS, what habits or skills did you develop while in college that you found most helpful since graduating?
I think the one thing is just waking up at 5 a.m. Like being able to start your day earlier allows you to do so much throughout the day is honestly insane, you know, because Because if you're waking up at 8 o'clock, like there's only so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
But if you can go to sleep earlier and get up at 5 a.m., you can start your day. Even if those first hours of the day are personal time, then you don't have to waste that time at nighttime where you might need to study or like you really need to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that just waking up early and like just knowing that. Yeah, I don't.
So you would say you a morning person?
I would say I'm definitely a morning person, high energy guy, definitely in the morning.
That's good. Me personally, I need like a little cup of coffee or something to get me going.
Bro, coffee, bro.
I know I'm young, but like I need it. Plus I'm Dominican, so like I've been on coffee since I was young. So like I just run off it.
I can't do coffee, bro. I can't do coffee.
You a tea type of guy?
Nah, I'm not. I'm a water type of guy.
Water?
Yeah.
I need to start getting on my water more than coffee.
Yeah.
But everybody does know senior year is the best year. So what do you think your most memorable part of senior year was?
I think my most memorable part of senior year, there's two moments actually. The first moment was I think the first moment I'd probably say was prom. Prom was so dope. You know what I mean? It was a good vibe. You know, just be able to chill with the guys and stuff. Because most of my senior year, like I was stressed about college. Like I was trying to like get work done so I could leave early. Like trying to focus on playing good and stuff. So I think that having prom was a good time to just like let loose and like have fun with the guys and stuff like that. But the second moment, I didn't experience it. But everyone who went to Seaside, they told me that was a good time. So like, I wish I was a part of that.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. So, how has life after high school surprised you, and how can seniors prepare for those surprises?
I think that a lot of times, like what you do in school also carries on to what you do in life. Those habits you build day to day, like how you treat people, also how you manage your own business, how you carry yourself throughout the day. Because if you come to school early in the morning and you have a terrible attitude, most likely when you get up, when you have to get a job, where your parents say, I want you to get a job after high school, or even if you go to college, like you might have an 8 a.m. class, and that's up to you whether you want to get up or not. So I think that the one thing about tech that they do is that you have to get on the bus, like you have to go to these classes, but in college it's like you don't have to do any of those things. So like you building those habits now of like, all right, I know that I have to go to school, but it's about how you go to school, like how you execute that day to day. Like, am I gonna go to school? Am I gonna pull my notebook out? Am I gonna take notes in class? Am I gonna say hi to my teacher, good morning to my teachers? Because like, of course they're your teachers, but they're also people as well. Like, so you have to treat them as such. And I think that lacks in some areas, but I think that the most thing that surprised me, the one thing that could probably surprise me was I don't really think anything surprised me. Now I think about it, you know, because I was prepared throughout high school, and it fell over into college. So like I was busy most of the time. Like I woke up early. Like I did the things I was supposed to, the little things. So it didn't really.
So you would say it's better to prepare now?
I think it was better to prepare now, get yourself in those good habits, so that
when you get to that point, you're not like shocked or caught off guard.
Yeah, when the teacher's not like, put your ID on, do this, do that. Like when you just know, all right, I'm not trying to have a bad day. Then you just put my ID on. Like I don't want. You just do it. Like
For sure. All right. I know I've been bombarding you with questions, but I got one more. There's one more that a lot of seniors, feel me, it's controversial to them. So it's like, all right, you ready?
All right.
You sure?
I'm sure. Let me
hear
it, bro.
All right. What are your thoughts on senioritis?
Bro, senioritis is real. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I didn't want to do any work senior year. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this, bro. Like it depends who you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you want to go to Princeton, all right, cool. Like do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like, once September hit, I'm like, nah, bro. I ain't trying to do this. Like, but I
think that's something.
I did it though. I ain't gonna cap. I did it.
Yeah,
but
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I ain't want to do it.
We worked K through 11. Now we here. We know we graduated. We get into colleges. It's just like, all right, I'm tapped out. You giving me an assignment on this and that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I still recommend, feel me, do your assignments. I'm not saying let senioritis get the best of you, but it's real. It's a thing.
So you got senioritis?
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie, cause I had like good grades trimester 1. I got into a few colleges, and now I'm like, all right, let me relax a little bit.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, yo, do the work, bro, cause you're gonna get to college, it's gonna be like,
I'm already knowing.
You're gonna be like, dang, bro, like I got a paper, like
500 word essay due at 8 a.m. I just came back from studying?
Bro, it's nothing worse than waking up and like, cause we have like a morning team, so it's like we wake up in the morning. Most of my football stuff is done in the morning, so it's like as soon as you're done with practice, then you got classes the rest of the day, and then the only time you got is like a couple hours at the end of the day. But like, hey, bro,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much, Trashon Dye, for joining us on this episode of Tech Talk. I'm Mikael Simon, and until next time.